Check the ILS approach to runway 21 left, landing and departing runway 21 left and 21 right. Notice the airman, runway 1634 closed.
P3 Tower, Skycatcher 5204 uniform, we're at the base of the tower, via bar, northwestbound departure, with information proper.
Very good. You might not respond just because he's
November 5204 uniform, PC ground, say again your direction of flight.
That was northwestbound for 04 uniform.
very good, man. Talk well under you.
5204 uniform, PC ground, 21 right, taxi via Bravo, Hotel Delta, Echo, cross runway 34.
Copy that, taxi via Bravo, Hotel Delta, Echo. Echo Delta. I'm sorry. Redirect that to Bravo. Yeah, Delta Echo. Bravo, Hotel Delta, Echo. Yep, is that correct? And then runway 21 right for Skycatcher 5204 uniform.
That was a lot.
Yep. Alright.
Ground 60.
So he's going to have us go Bravo, Hotel, Delta, and then Echo. And we're going to go right where those planes are.
Can you just give me that, I just want to confirm it's going to be Bravo, Hotel Delta, Echo, cross 34.
Copy that. That is taxi via Bravo, Hotel Delta, Echo, cross runway 34 for runway 2 right, Skycatcher 5204 uniform.
Very good.
04 uniform, you gave me the right taxi instructions then. I just want to confirm it'll be for runway 21 right.
Yeah, just hit 2-1, right?
Yep, 21 right, 04 uniform.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a lot.
It's alright. It's PDK, it's a great place to learn.
So far, it's just been go that way.
That was an awesome radio, dude. Good
Thanks,
job.
man.
Alright, so let's take the park brake off, and we'll check left and right, make sure that looks good. We'll start creeping forward here. You're going to have to give it a little bit of throttle as we do.
Yep.
But as soon as you start moving, we're going to test our brakes. So you test your brakes, and then you'll hand the controls to me.
Alright.
And I'll test my brakes.
And ground Sirius 876.
Okay, this feels a lot better
Okay, good.
than it did last time. Yeah, left brake's good.
Sirius 8 out.
Any questions?
Nope.
Alright, I'm going to let you do the takeoff. So all we're going to do is we're going to tell him run up complete. He's going to say you can switch over to tower and monitor ground. Then we're going to pull over there, and all you're going to do is hold short of the line there. I'll make sure you don't cross us into the runway.
Thank you.
And we're going to make sure it's rich. Then you're going to pull out there when you're clear for takeoff. We're going to line it up right up on the center line. And we're going to get nice and straight. Everything's smooth. Take our time. And as we get lined up, we'll just go full power. We'll make sure all the gauges are green. You'll rotate about 50. And we're just going to gently start to pull back, not too much. This thing's very sensitive, so we'll just kind of pull it back, and we'll just kind of gently pitch it up, and then we'll pitch for 62, and we'll climb out to about 700 feet AGL, and then we'll turn.
Okay.
Feature ground, Skycatcher 5204 uniform, run up complete.
Very good.
Skycatcher 04 uniform, pull up and hold short of runway 21 right, monitor tower.
Holding short of 21 right, and monitor tower, Skycatcher 5204 uniform.
Very good.
Blowing my hatless hair around today.
Looks, my hair goes this way, and then the wind comes in from this way. And blows,
Yeah, I have the same problem, just on the other side.
We need to switch.
So we don't want to get a number to call.
Yeah, so that little line over there is the red. We just kind of we can get our nose right up onto it. So keep on pulling up, and then get ready to brake. I'll hold them, where you just make sure you don't get there. But I like to also get right about here. I'll start to kind of turn the nose to the left, and that way we can kind of see underneath our high wing here if
we got
someone's coming. You know,
final traffic.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we do got a guy on final.
Tango runway 21 right, clear for the option number 2, bound to Cherokee on short final, 1 departure priority arrival.
314 Golf Tango, 21 right, clear for the option behind Cherokee.
So he's going to clear us for takeoff. We're going to do what's called lights, camera, action, right?
Right.
We'll turn all these lights on. So we got all our lights on. Camera, we'll make sure we're squawking 1200. Make sure it's full rich. Action. Good call.
I was like, this is going to get annoying again.
Don't forget to bring your mic back up.
5204 uniform, upwind Cherokee is going to be in right, closed traffic, right turn northwest approved, outside of him, runway 21 right, clear for
Let's say
takeoff.
right turn, 21 right, clear for takeoff. No delays. Let's go.
Skycatcher 5204 uniform, right turn, 21 right, no delays.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, just bring it out there. Don't get too rushed. He's on a mile base. We're all good.
All right, cool.
Everything's good. Let's bring it over here to the right, and then we'll grab some right brake, and we'll get it moving.
Center line.
So grab some right brake in the middle here. Verify 2 and right. Looks good to me. Okay, line it up down the middle of the runway. A little bit left brake to get it lined back up. Heels on the floor. No more brakes. Let's go full power. All right. Smash that thing forward. And let's go ahead and push that mixture full rich.
About 1 o'clock, half mile, 1,400 indicated.
All right. No braking, only rudder.
Sorry.
Heels on the floor, very good. Using that rudder to keep the direction of control.
Back to that center line.
Very good. Doing great, man. Looking for 50 knots. Yeah. Hold your hand firmly on the yoke. All right. Pull the nose up just a little bit. Very good. Awesome, dude. You're doing great. Woo! All right, let's bring it back to the right just a little bit. Keep it right about 62, so push the nose down as we get a little slow. Very good, dude. Don't forget to breathe.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn right just a little bit. Let's go, point us over here outside. We're gonna be looking outside. Let's go, we're just gonna be referencing that number. Make sure we keep that thing around 70, 62, 70.
Okay.
And we'll turn right now. And just kind of head us over to,
This will be a full stop.
should see the King and Queens as we come back around.
Exit at Charlie, contact ground.
Up a little bit.
Exit at Charlie, contact ground, 4 Golf Takeoff.
Yeah, let me know when you want me to.
Hey, look, this is good, dude.
All right.
You're flying. Let's keep it right about 70 knots, full power. Keep your right hand just kind of on this so you can do something with it.
About
All right, let's turn right again. So that was a right crosswind turn we just did. We turned toward the bucket, it looked good. You're gonna level out around about 2,500. I think we'll be good.
All right.
Maybe 2,000 depending on these clouds, but. See the King and Queens over there?
Yeah.
Fly us over towards King and Queens.
Let's do it.
Let's take a gander at them. Congrats, dude. That was a good job.
Thank you. Oh man. I didn't expect to be so nervy, but
No,
that was. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, dude, you're doing great.
Don't get me wrong.
You get hot, you know how to work these air vents, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Very good job, dude.
Level off here.
That's awesome. Yeah, let's level off for about
frequency
2,200 is good.
Frequency change
And you just kind of
approved.
push that trim forward as we get some speed here. It'll help you relax that back pressure or forward pressure you got.
That feels much better.
And we can pull some of that power out. Let's keep that around like 2,300 RPM. So you see we're at 25 now.
Yeah.
Gotta pull that power back as we start to get a little quicker here to the 2,300 RPM. Good. As we get a little more speed going, the thing kind of wants to climb, right? So it's kind of drifting up on us.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's normal. So just as we get to cruise speed, we'll just kind of make sure we push that trim a little bit more forward.
Yep.
And we'll keep that power adjustment going to about 2,300. And it should smooth out here a little bit. You know, it's gonna be a little bumpy today.
Yeah, it's pretty bumpy.
Yeah, it's not. It gets a little bit worse than this, but at the same time, right now we got kind of a crummy day. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Doing great, dude.
Thanks. Yeah, it feels good.
All right, so that was a takeoff and a cruise, man. We just already cruised her out. He's going to tell you one more thing as soon as we get out of his airspace here. He's going to say frequency change approved, and all you're going to say is 5204 uniform.
Got it.
After that, we'll switch over to emergency frequency. We'll just kind of listen to ourselves talk, and we can do some stalls, maneuvers, whatever we feel like doing, man. Cool. Beautiful day. Look outside. Don't forget to look outside. It's always a fun part.
Yeah, it took me like a whole first lesson to be like, wow, it's really easy if you just look outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
November 102 Golf Golf, Fishy Tower, follow Cherokee on the go for a right down departure. Runway 21 right, clear for takeoff.
102 Golf Golf, clear for takeoff.
As you fly more, your nerves will get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Some things you can try to remember to focus on yourself is just kind of breathe and slow down. And, you know, they are telling you to do stuff, and you're like, oh, I gotta do it. You know, like, oh. But if you just kind of try to slow it all down and breathe and think about what you do before you do it,
I don't know if I breathe during takeoff.
It'll all come back to you. It's all right.
I'm sure it'll get better, but yeah. Also, just extending my leg and the rudders and stuff, like heel going like that.
I hear you. All right, let's turn to heading north. If you reference your little HSI indicator down there, right now we're flying about 330, so north is 360. We can follow 400 here. Let's just follow 400. What side of town do you live on?
Grant Park, just north of 20, near like Oakland Cemetery.
Nice. My ex-girlfriend lived over there, and I used to go over there all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like right there at Oakland Cemetery. What's the name of their apartment complex? I can't remember it.
There's like a new one every
About
2
to
weeks.
say, yeah. Right across the street from Little Tart. You know that? I'm sure you know that place, right?
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
Tart's-
we go there all the time.
Little Tart's good. She likes pizza on Fridays. Like
Wake
we
up.
used to go there. All right, so usually they'll tell you frequency change approved. Sometimes they might hold.
504 uniform, frequency change approved.
They'll just say call sign.
5204 uniform.
Very good. All right, so let's dial in 21.5. So in the standby, we got 21.6. We just kind of twist that little knob over back to 5. Up. 21.5 is the emergency frequency, so now we can flip-flop it to the active. And we're not going to hear anyone talk except for maybe a couple angry Delta pilots and people who accidentally transmit.
Yeah, that's great. Last time we were doing all these maneuvers over Gainesville, and the Gainesville frequency just would not be quiet. It was kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like monitoring the CTAF unless I really have to, when there's a lot of people around or at that airport, just because it just creates a distraction for a student, especially a new one like you.
Yeah.
So we'll just listen to monitor emergency frequency and monitor it. And, this is also the frequency you would talk to someone if you had an emergency. So if you have an engine failure and you've got time, I would plug in 21.5 and just start crying for help.
Yeah.
Help!
Okay.
There's a formal
pilot.
Yeah, there's a formal procedure. You know, you'd say mayday, mayday, mayday.
Right.
Skyhawk 5204 uniform. We're 5 miles north of PDK. We got an engine failure going down on 400.
Yeah.
2 souls aboard. That's the formal thing you'd say, but if anything, just try to tell them I'm going down on 400.
Yeah.
And they'll know there's a plane crash going on. Cool. Let's go through the checklist right here. We'll just keep trying to fly the plane. You're doing great so far. We got about pretty much cruised out configuration. As you can see here, we got cruise, climb. Climb checklist is usually turn off the lights. I see we already did that. That's good. Cruise checklist. We got our throttle set, our trim is set. Our mixture's leaned out. Lights are off as required. Instruments are checked. Everything still looks in the green to me. Altimeter is still set. We're going to try and cruise here about 2,500. How much bug your altitude for 2,500? We'll stay right here.
Cool.
The little altitude bug there. You know how to change that?
Oh, bug the altitude. I don't remember.
It's just a button down here. Alt.
Oh yeah, Alt, and
And
then
you can twist that to 25.
I saw that in a big school video. I don't think I've ever done it.
That's okay. Cool. Sweet. I guess it defaulted to 2,000. I was like, oh, he knows his stuff. He's over here. You changed the barometer, and then you.
Yeah.
I thought you did that too. I was like, hey, he knows everything. He's like,
Yeah, the barometer was one trick I knew, but I knew of the altitude, but that's cool.
All right.
Getting a little high.
Yeah, this is good though. All right, so on our way out to, getting out here in the middle of nowhere, why don't we do slow flight? You did it last time, right? Do you remember much about it? Speeds or anything?
If I can walk through it, basically pull power to 1,500, flaps when appropriate based on airspeed.
Yep.
And then you can, go from there.
Yeah, we'll shoot for like 50 knots. So like we're gonna slowly, as we get down to below our flap retraction speed, we'll pull the power to 1,500. We'll try to maintain our altitude. So why don't you pull the power back to 1,500 now, and I'll walk you through it. So,
all right.
Keep flying this heading. We're just gonna look straight ahead. Got 400 off our right here. Nobody's flying around, so we got no traffic. It looks good. So you have to pull the nose up, like we were talking, to increase the angle of attack. So increase the angle of attack, pull the nose up, and keep that altitude right about 2,400. All right, it's gonna start slowing down. Grab a natural flaps. Okay, add a little bit of power, and it'll start to kind of keep us here about 60 knots. All right, let's grab another natural flaps. Good. Cool. All right, let's try to keep it pointing in the same direction. It looks good. All right, right at 2,400. Beautiful. All right, 50 knots. Let's add a little bit of power. Keep it here, and we'll grab that third notch of flaps. It'll almost keep itself right here.
Yeah, this looks good.
It's beautiful, dude. Best slow flight I've seen.
I was gonna say I surprised myself.
No, you're good. Yeah. Make sure you're gonna. I see you kind of like. I like to just hold this thing, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, be aggressive. People sometimes they get like they'll do this, and the aircraft just kind of walls over. Hold that, dude. Don't be scared of the aircraft. You go. You're in control. You're the PIC right now. You hold that thing right at 50. As you get a little low here, let's add it. So push the nose down to keep that 50, but then add a little bit of power, and we'll get that altitude back. So beautiful. Push the nose down for 50. And add some power, and it'll come right back up to 2,400. So let's climb up to 2,400 by adding some power, a little more power. We might have to add a lot of power with all these flaps we got in here. And as we get all this power in here, see how the nose starting trying to go left?
Yeah.
So just add a little more right rudder, because we got some left turning tendencies that we haven't talked about yet. But as you add more power at a slow airspeed, that nose is going to keep trying to go left on you. Awesome, dude. Climbing back up to 2,400. It's awesome. Really good aircraft control. See how when you push the nose forward, the airspeed will come up? And if you pull it up, it'll start to come down on you. And all we're doing is looking outside, make sure there's nobody coming left or right. We're not going to fly into an airliner or a big tower. Or sometimes you'd be surprised when people have flown into the side of mountains. As we get slower, a little bit fast here, we'll keep it down to 50 by pulling those up. Very good. With all that power in, you're starting to climb, so we'll pull a little bit of power out. Awesome, dude. All right, let's recover from this setup. So I want you to keep facing this way. See those little white houses way out yonder?
Yep.
Keep the nose pointed that way, and I want you to give it full power and push the nose forward as it starts to kind of try to pick itself up. So go full power, bank it to the right to keep it pointed over here at that little white cluster of houses out there. You see how it wants to climb? So push the nose forward. We're just going to recover back to like full speed cruise basically. So let's take a notch of flaps out. And see if it kind of drops out from underneath you a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can drop another one. All right, you can drop another one. Very good. Cool. We climbed a little bit, so the goal for the recovery is to kind of keep it right at 2,500 or whatever altitude we started it at.
Yeah.
But you see here, it's that was great. Pull power back out to a little bit. Let's cruise it back out to 2,300 RPM, and we'll keep flying about heading north. This is good. You're great, dude.
Yeah, that felt good. It's such a game of like just power and pitch. It's just
Yeah, no, I get it.
learning to like get used to like feathering all that together.
Yeah, it's a weird combination, right? So you'll be doing this and that, and then also sometimes they're not always the same. I don't know if you've heard of the term like area of reverse command.
Yeah, we talked about that last time a little bit.
So the slow flight's supposed to demonstrate the area of reverse command. So like you want to climb and you pull up. But right now, I want you to pull the nose up. Pull the nose up. What's happening to your altitude?
It's going up a little bit.
It's climbing, right? So
Yeah.
we're in the area of positive command.
Right.
And we push the nose down, and now we go down. Usually it's always going to go down, right?
Yeah.
But basically the area of reverse command is like you can no longer use the aircraft control that's supposed to make it go up.
Right.
To
You
go up
can't
anymore.
pitch for altitude.
Exactly. That's all there is to that. All right. You've done stalls already?
Yeah.
Okay. You did a power off stall, and you might have done a power on stall.
Yeah, a few power off and one power on.
We probably don't have enough feeling today to do a power on stall.
Oh, so we just, yeah.
But we can do a power on off stall for sure. So let's go ahead and set it back up. The setup for a power off stall, they're kind of weird. So power off stall is just I like to call them approach to landing stall.
Yeah.
And a power on stall is a takeoff and departure stall.
Right.
They both demonstrate what's going to happen to you if you get too slow on takeoff and landing.
Yeah.
So what do? We're just going to set this thing up like we're coming into land. So
Right.
I want you to try and land today. So I'm going to walk you through the procedure of how we get set up to land.
Okay.
So we'll pretend that little cul-de-sac over there, let's hit a roundabout.
Yeah.
That roundabout is the end of the runway. So as your left wing is off abeam the end of the runway,
Yep.
we're going to pull the power to about 1,800. Right?
All right.
Very nice. And then I'm going to add one notch of flaps. Very good. Okay, as that cul-de-sac, you still see it back there?
Yep.
A little, I keep saying cul-de-sac, roundabout. As the roundabout gets to about a 45-degree angle, about where your left shoulder is, I want you to turn to 90 degrees to the left, which is about 300.
Yep.
That looks like it's getting to be about 45 degrees over there. So we're going to descend about 500 feet per minute, just kind of nice and gentle, and we'll see it kind of pop out over here if we're looking outside.
There it is. Yep. Okay, then.
Cool.
Not
All
too
right,
bad.
this is a left base.
Right
All
there.
right, so let's pull a little bit more power back to 1,500. All right, let's add second notch of flaps. We're below 85, second notch of flaps. Good.
Yeah.
We'll push that nose down because it likes to balloon just a little bit as you add each one of these little notches of flaps. All right, I want you to try and line up the nose with that road. See all those cars? We're kind of on a dog leg here, but
Yeah.
turn left and act like you're going to land on a road.
Okay.
That's fine right here. So just point us towards the cul-de-sac. That little
Roundabout?
Yeah, roundabout. I keep saying cul-de-sac.
There, right.
Screw it, it's a cul-de-sac today.
Yeah, it's a cul-de-sac.
All right, very good. All right, let's pull power back to about 1,200. Okay,
Yeah.
let's add our final notch of flaps. All right, good. We're going to pretend we're flaring for landing now. So let's just
Okay.
keep our eyes out here. We're
Yep.
going to pretend we're slowly flaring. So power to idle, and we're going to try and maintain our altitude here. It's really slow. And on recovery, when it stalls and you feel it buff it, we're going to push power forward, push the nose down. All right, so as it gets slower, keep pulling the nose up, keep pulling the nose up, keep pulling the nose up. Keep it up, keep it up. You hear that stall horn?
Yeah.
Let's just get close. Just keep it coming nice and straight. Beautiful. Going to start to buff it here. And keep pulling. There it is. All right, push the nose down. And full power. And you can see that stall horn goes right away because we reduced the angle of attack.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Beautiful. We can take a notch of flaps out.
Yeah.
Very good. Pitch for 62. Full power, 62, nice and straight.
62.
Very good. And we can take those flaps out as we get up here. Awesome job, dude.
Whew.
Very good.
There we go.
All right, let's climb back up to about 2,500 and turn me left to a heading of 360.
Okay.
What's up?
Just the 360 part.
Oh, it's just north. Yeah, heading north.
I'm just gonna level off.
That's okay. No, you're doing good with the turn. As I say, we can do it. You can do the turn part first, and then we can do the climb back up.
I just didn't want to do too many things at once.
Yeah, I tried to get you to see
If I
you can turn
couldn't
and climb.
name all the things I was doing, so. All right.
You're doing good.
360 is north. I could have told you that, but there's a lot going on.
Yep. All right, let's pull nose up to about. By the time we get to 62, it'll probably be at 2,500.
Yeah.
Because we got all that positive command. Yeah, great, dude.
Thanks.
Trying to throw you in the deep end, but you're doing so well.
Oh, I'm proud.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. All right, very good. Leveling out at 2,500. I like to level out and then like let that speed kind of get up, and then I'll pull the power back to 2,300. But what we do for now, as we're gonna do some steep turns here, this is just fine.
Cool.
Let's fly a little bit more to the right. Let's go heading north, and as we get away from this airliner that just departed, I don't think he's gonna be a problem. But I'll demonstrate a steep turn for you. I'll talk you through it, then I'll demonstrate it, and then I'll have you do it, and I'll talk you through it as well.
All right.
All right, so steep turn is you're looking to get the airplane banked at 45 degrees. Now, do you know how to read the degrees, those little lines of your attitude indicator up there?
Yeah. It's 10, 20, 30, 45 is right there.
Yep.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, so we got 10, 20, 30, and then the next one's 45, and then that final one is 90. So, actually it's 60. So, for a private pilot and a sport pilot, you are going to be aiming for 45 degrees, so, and plus or minus 100 feet by the end of the maneuver. Now, we're not going to be too concerned about, our getting right on our altitude because it's our first day, but your check ride they'll be looking for you to keep it within those standards. So, guys, keep it right at 2,500, and you're doing a great job of that. First thing you'll do, keep it on a cardinal heading, start north or south, east or west, so, I like to bug it too, so if you want to hit your button on the bottom left there, where it says heading, and then you can twist it to heading north. I like to kind of use that as a reference. And if you look outside, you'll see some birds.
Oh boy,
We're in a poor spot for it, so what they like to do is they like to dive to avoid. So just always kind of keep an eye out.
So if they're above you.
If they're above you and like right above you, they'll dive sometimes, but if they're like right here at your level and you're about to hit them, don't get too worried because they'll probably dive out of the way.
Okay.
Just something to keep in mind next time you see a bird and you're on your solo.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a bird yet. Good to know.
Sometimes they'll be like right here and you're like,
hey buddy.
You can touch each other. It's funny, they always love to hang out right where you do maneuvers too. Alright, so 2,500 feet, and we're going to do everything one at a time. Remember how you were like, I don't want to climb and I don't want to turn at the same time. So that's actually the best way to do a steep turn, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they'll pull back as they're turning, and then they climb a couple hundred feet, and then they bust the maneuver.
Right.
So what I'll do is I'll just bank it right to 45. I'll put that little diamond right on the 45-degree angle mark.
Yeah.
Then I'll just slowly increase back pressure as I grab a little bit of power. So we're going to do power and back pressure at the same time, but we're going to do bank first all the way to 45, and then we're going to adjust slightly as needed. We'll clear the area to the left and the right.
Yeah.
And whenever you're ready, I just want you to bank it to the left to the 45-degree angle mark, and we're going to look outside and try to get used to what outside looks like right at 45 degrees.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. I'm ready. 45, very good. A little bit of back pressure. Let's take a look outside real quick. This looks like a perfect little 45-degree angle.
Yeah, I see.
And we'll reference back in here in our altimeter, see we're dropping a little bit. Let's pull the nose back up just a little bit, but also keep that bank in there.
Oh yeah, I've just.
That's okay. It's very normal. I do that all the time. Everybody does. All right, beautiful. Right back at 45, and we'll increase that back pressure. Keep it right at 45, and pull that nose up. Very good. Awesome, dude. This is a commercial standard.
Woo! Yeah, I tried to remember, the back pressure for that altitude.
Yep, right there at 45 degrees, and you see our heading bug starting to come back around. It's about 20 degrees before it. Let's start to roll out.
There we go.
Beautiful. Push that nose forward as you do. Awesome, dude. That was within 50 feet the whole time.
That was good.
That 50 feet is a commercial standard. That was awesome, dude.
Whew.
Nice job.
Got it. A little off my head.
All right. If let's say like we got some weather here today, right?
Yeah.
And we have, you know, behind us. We just came from PDK. PDK is behind us.
Yeah.
Where would you go right now?
To avoid flying into the weather, or what do you mean?
Well, we got to land somewhere, right? So we got.
Oh, I see. I see.
We got a quarter tank of fuel. Where would we land? I mean, I see some fields, but I don't really like landing in fields. I'm kind of a pretty boy, so I don't like to walk around in the mud. Is there any other airports nearby? So if you take a look at these, the MFD over here.
Yeah.
This guy, little purple guys, those are airports, and we're pretty close to one. And it's one we go to pretty frequently for training.
Neat.
It's called Cherokee International Airport. Don't know why it's international. No one international has ever been there.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of nowhere. So why don't you fly us over that way? You see it over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Cherokee.
Or maybe not.
It's a little grass strip. We're kind of horizontal to it right now. You see some hangars to the left over there?
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, so
it's just a tiny airport, so.
Yeah, that's Cherokee.
All right.
So I'm gonna plug in Cherokee right here. Actually, I'll just hit nearest. So we got a nice little button here that says nearest. If you ever need to find an airport,
Oh, like quick. Yeah.
and it'll pull up the nearest airport, but it's not pulling them up recently. Yesterday it wasn't working either, so I don't know why, but I'll plug in K, D, N, I, and I'll hit direct, enter, and if you zoom in, it's gonna point you directly, a little purple line, straight to the airport.
Cool.
And I'm gonna go one over here. I'm gonna make sure that Unicom is 23-0. And I'll pop it over. All right, if you look at this waypoint information here, you see the field elevation is 1220, so 2,200, right about where we're at is pattern altitude.
Yeah.
We're gonna listen to the weather and we're gonna see what the winds are doing. 1982.
Oh, I see.
Techniques using safe operating parameters.
The fly-up is directly through here. Just keep going this way.
This is fine?
Yeah, this is good. We're doing great right here. There's nobody else here.
All right.
Let's just fly directly over the airport.
Cherokee
Hear what the winds are
County
doing?
Airport. Automatic weather observation. 1702 Zulu. Weather, wind, 130 at 6.
130, so it's a direct crosswind. Perfect.
All right.
So we're going to look at, I'm going to see the windsock here.
Overcast.
And
temperature.
flying overhead like this.
Celsius.
Yeah.
Dew
That's what
point.
the altimeter is.
3. Altimeter. 2. Niner. 2. Density. Altitude.
Standard day, 29902. Okay, it looks like the windsock is favoring runway 5 as well. And I like that. So we're flying over it. We're setting ourselves up pretty well for a right teardrop. So this is how you'd enter the traffic pattern at an uncontrolled airport. Okay. You'd overfly the field because we're going to use runway 5. If you want to bug the heading for runway 5, so 050.
All right. I just did the wind.
Yep. That's okay. Well, sometimes people like to do the wind. I like to bug the runway.
I mean, if we're
the wind moves, the runway doesn't.
if we were just flying, let's see.
Oh yeah, if you want to talk about crabs.
Well, I mean, if yeah, like if I was landing, I don't think it would be that important to bug the wind, right?
Sometimes.
All right, so we're gonna we overflew it.
Yeah, we overflew it. Let's make a right teardrop. So you overfly the field, and then you make a right turn. And by the time you get back around, you'll be set up to join a 45 for the left downwind of runway 5.
All right.
And I'm going to demonstrate some uncontrolled towered airports just so you can kind of hear as we make our announcements here.
Cherokee traffic, Skycatcher 5204, uniform, right teardrop for runway 5. You're doing touch and goes, Cherokee.
All right, so runway 5 is facing this way. Let's point it back over to about the middle of the field. We can continue our turn, and we'll be set up nicely for the left downwind.
All right.
Very good.
I see.
Yeah, so we make we came over top, we turned right, and now we're going to be
I see. And then
left
all right.
downwind, then we're going to go left, then
Got our
left,
left downwind here.
and then we're going to line ourselves up nicely for finals. So let's pull a little bit of power, slow us down, because we're getting a little close to where we want to be, and I can tell you're going, oh no, it's coming up quick, right? And it does.
Yeah.
So we'll pull the power back to about 2,000 here. Let's try to keep it right at 2,200 feet.
Yeah.
And remember we were talking about our cul-de-sac?
Yeah, that's a cul-de-sac.
That's our cul-de-sac. So we're being at the end of the runway.
Yep.
Let's pull the power to about 1,800 and grab a notch flaps. Beautiful. All right, we'll try to keep the coming down about 500 feet per minute. Look for the 45-degree angle. Whenever you see that thing just past your right, left shoulder there, we'll turn base. And we'll start keeping the descent coming. Let's pull the power about 1,500 now. And we want to shoot for about 70 knots, 65, 70 knots on our traffic pattern here as we come around. So it's looking really good. 1500. We're going to do a full stop landing, and we're going to taxi back over, and then we're going to take off and get some more practice, all right?
Okay.
All right. Let's pull the power back a little bit more because we're a little high. Let's grab another notch flap. Below 75, flaps 2. Very good.
Cherokee traffic, Skycatcher 5204, you have left base 05, Cherokee.
Okay, let's, as you start to line up here, I want you to kind of gauge it in your own judgment when you're going to line up so you end up perfectly on final as you come back around. Let's not pull the nose up too much as we turn. That's how you get into a base stall.
Yep, okay.
See how sometimes the wind was coming at our face here.
All right.
You don't have to turn too aggressively.
Yeah, that was too much.
That's okay.
This is gonna be.
So pull the final notch of flaps and pull the power to idle.
Let's do it.
All right. Point it back to the right just a little bit more. Over here just a little bit. There we go.
All right.
Your other right.
Yep.
Okay, now give me full right rudder and a little bit of left aileron to keep it on the center line of the runway. This is a forward slip.
Forward slip.
Full right rudder. Full right
Thank
rudder.
you. Thank you.
All the way down. There we go. Hold the controls with me. There we go.
Okay.
All right, just fly it down the runway now.
All right.
All right, full control. You have all the controls.
I got all the controls. Slide down the runway.
You got the wind coming from the right. Keep your hand on the throttle, ready to go around. That's okay. It's all good. I'm not gonna let you do anything stupid.
Thank you.
Very good, dude.
You
just landed it. Nice job, dude.
It looked like it was coming a lot faster than it was.
It comes quick. All right, let's take it right here.
All right.
Let's put the flaps down. Grab a little bit of throttle just so that things don't die on us. And use the difference brake and get us off.
Grab a little bit of breath.
As you see, you can land them kind of hard, huh?
Yeah, I guess it.
That didn't actually end up being too bad. I've had worse.
Okay.
All right, so when you land, you'll clear the runway when able. After you get done celebrating, we'll taxi past this. See how this?
Yeah, it's the. We're good.
You got those two lines right here.
Yeah.
And you got the two hard ones.
Yeah.
Just make sure the whole tail of the aircraft's past the hard line. We can stop right here.
Okay.
Stop right here. Kind of collect yourselves.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nice job, dude. Give me some skin again. That was awesome.
Whoa. Yeah, it was like. Yeah, that was a oh shit moment. My God.
No, you did well, man.
It looked like we were just.
I didn't mean to take controls. I just wanted to
No,
set up
please
and
do.
push
Yeah.
it over there. I wanted to demonstrate we were too high, and if it were you by yourself,
Hence the slip.
I'd recommend just going around.
Just go around, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted you to come down here and see what it's like. So there's an after landing checklist. When you get done at PDK here, we'll just kind of make sure we did all that stuff right. I don't use this in the summertime.
Yeah, you don't need
an aircraft with a carb heat thing. You don't quite need that.
Yeah.
If in the wintertime, we will definitely be using it, and we'll also be monitoring this pretty closely. But in the summertime, no. If you get hot, we can open up this as we kind of breathe here.
Let's do that.
Taxi back over. Way to go, dude. So I want to taxi us back over to runway 5.
All right.
We already did the checklist. We can lean this a little bit more if you want to lean it now, and then we'll taxi back over to 05. Yeah. So as we come back around, we'll do another one.
All that was gone.
As you get down closer here, just start trying to pick your eyes up towards the end of the runway, and then just keep pulling back. As you get slower, remember we were in slow flight and you had to keep pulling the nose up?
Yeah.
As we get slower and closer down the runway,
Just to maintain that level, yeah.
we're gonna have to keep pulling back and pulling back and pulling back, and you're just gonna. That's all you're gonna do is keep trying to fly it with the elevator here, and eventually it'll touch down nice and soft.
Yep. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't sell yourself short. This is the deep end. Like, you succeeded.
I don't like to sell people short, man. You're spending a lot of money, and you're here to have fun. So
yeah,
we're not gonna.
No, what I mean, yeah.
We're not gonna do. I'm not gonna make you go back into PDK and talk to Tower the whole time too. And you might make a couple calls, but it's always gonna be a M0A. A good pilot's always learning, right?
Yep.
Get ready. It just keeps going.
Cool. Cherokee traffic, Skycatcher 5204 uniform, departing runway 5, close left traffic. 04 uniform.
Beautiful. All right, let's do it. Instead of falling all the way out there, by the time you get lined up in the center line, you're down there.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you lost.
Yeah. If we just get straight out here and then we get the turn, then we'll kind of pretty much here on the taxiways.
Yeah.
Always make sure the departure and arrival
final traffic
here, no final traffic, no arrival traffic. Nice straight on the center line.
A little more power to turn us around.
Good. Double check everything looks good. Everything looks good to me. Keep it on the center line. Heels on the floor and full power. Right.
I'm gonna get us a little straighter first.
That's fine.
All right.
As you give it more power to that rudder, we'll have some authority with the wind.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's take our aileron and put it into the wind. So a little bit of right aileron, very good.
All right.
Also right rudder as we get going here and keep it right on the center line. Airspeed's alive, green, green, green. Keep it a little more right rudder. And looking for about 50 knots. And we'll slowly start to pick that nose up gently and push the nose down for 62. Awesome, dude. Awesome, dude.
Right rudder. A lot of right rudder.
That's even better. Yeah, you just say your right leg's even bigger by the time you get done with all your private pilot training. Excellent job, man.
Thanks.
All right, climb at 70 up to about, what's it, 1,900 feet. As we get to 1,900, we'll turn left crosswind. Awesome job. All right, let's turn left crosswind. We'll go about 90 degrees perpendicular to the runway. So this is 0.5. We'll be, I think that's about 3 something. A little easy on the back pressure here. We don't have to go too quickly.
Yeah.
Nice, steady, standard rate turn. So that's all right.
Yeah, I got all lost. But,
that's okay.
Trim wasn't. I didn't do anything with trim either.
That's all right.
Traffic, Twin Cessna 310.
Honestly, that's what like people end up doing is they get all their certificates and they're just like, all right, I'm just gonna eat it around. I was trying to make you do it slower.
Yeah.
So we can learn.
I did. Yeah, we did go in. It's not exactly
let's
a left
pull some of that
crosswind.
power out. So
Yeah.
as we get here leveled out about 2,200 feet, we'll pull that power back out to 2,300.
Yeah, I did notice Evan do that, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna turn us around, and it's just, whoop.
Yeah, you just kind of go, all right, see you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start to turn here. Let's not pull the nose up too much as we turn here, nice and gentle. This awesome looking base to final turn. A little early, but we got the wind in our face. You know, on a normal day or with a tailwind, it might have put us on final. Let's bring it back to the right just a little bit more, so that's correct. Okay, let's go flaps 20. Get a little closer here, we'll put flaps full. Let's keep it right at about 65 knots.
Okay, traffic, Twin Cessna 310 Delta Alpha, entering left downwind.
See how we're kind of crabbing? The aircraft wants to point the nose to the right in order for us to keep it, so let's keep it crabbed and we'll go over here to the right just a little more.
All right.
Push that nose down, keep it right about 60 knots, very good.
You're drifting that way, though.
Yeah, well, the wind's kind of switching. It's coming from over here, so it's pushing at you, but as we get down, the surface winds will calm down.
Right about 60.
All right, very good. So aim for that number 5.
Got it.
All right, just get it down close to the ground. We got a little bit of power. Keep your right hand on the throttle
Yep.
here.
Yes.
And we're going to make slight power adjustments here. Be ready to add power if you have to. Let's slowly start to reduce it. Slowly reduce it. Just push it down towards the ground. Don't be scared of the ground. Push the nose down to the ground.
Okay.
All right. Nice and gentle. Very good. And just get a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. All right, let's keep flying, keep flying, keep flying. Awesome, dude.
Woo!
Easy on the brakes. Don't have to stop too quickly, but just kind of keep rolling it down the runway. We got all these different taxiways off it. Oh yeah,
I was better.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay, that felt good.
I promise they get so
It's a lot less scary.
they become less scary. They become a lot easier. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And we do have a bit of crosswind here too, so you're getting good practice with that too.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's do takeoffs and landings today. When the wind's blowing.
For directly 9 degrees to the one way, right?
I knew exactly. Like I knew how high we were. I could sense. That's what I didn't have last time.
Yeah, you did.
That
great.
was why I was oh shit. I felt a lot more comfortable judging how high we were off the.
You see how that one was a little more stable too, because we had a little bit of power in there.
Yeah.
You had just a little bit of power, and that's beautiful. If you keep a little bit of power in, especially in this plane, it'll just kind of just steadily descend a little bit more stable.
And
you can land without power, and you can bring it all the way down to ground effect, and then flare quickly. But that's more later on. Right now, we want to come in with just a smidge of power, and it'll steadily just kind of come in like that. And as you get right there off the ground, we'll just slowly start to reduce the power and pull the nose up just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not flaring. It's more so we're flying the aircraft by pulling the power and pulling the nose up. And it'll slowly just touch down right on the mains. Those are awesome, dude. First 2 landings in one day.
I can't believe it.
Let's go back to PDK and show them off.
Turkey
Oh, God.
traffic,
No pressure.
Center, Bravo Sierra. We are about a 5
All right, let's
mile
hold short
radius
here.
on
Let's kind of
runway
take. I think we
5,
got a jet over here, Bravo Sierra. He's gonna land. We're gonna wait for him.
Cool. Yeah, that didn't feel real. Like it feels like I just dreamed that.
Oh man, you did awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that felt good.
Flying is an awesome learning experience.
It's so fun.
You're gonna have a great time. I'm having a good time just because you're having a good time.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for that guy, let's do like a little housekeeping. Let's clean that mixture.
Yep.
We'll set our takeoff for trim for takeoff. Clean that about a finger or 2. And lights are off. That's good. We'll turn the lights on as we get going, but we'll leave them off for now. And we'll just enjoy the traffic as he flies in here.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Nice job, dude.
Thank you.
So we did some stalls, we did some steep turns. We don't have enough ceiling to do a power on stall today. The reason we want a little more ceiling is because you're at the risk of a spin, and I need a little more altitude to guarantee recovery. That's okay.
I've freaked out enough today.
We're gonna learn a little more, and I thought the same thing. I said, you know, power on still kind of always got my heart jumping even a little bit as I got to commercial level.
Yeah.
So you know, I want to save that for another day. But I decided to come over here and see.
This is amazing. I'm so glad you did.
See if you could find the airport and do some landings. I know you probably were like, I didn't even think about landing today.
Honestly, that was the best. I would have done it that way again. I mean, that was the best part.
Good.
If you said, all right, next week we're doing landings, like, yeah, I would have been up in my head for sure.
Oh, like thinking about it a lot?
I guess.
No,
I don't know. But this was great. It was just like, okay, let's pull it in. Let's land. Let's turn final. And it's like, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I joked about, no, this is the deep end. That was awesome. There he is.
All right, let's do some other housekeeping. So we want to go back to PDK. This MFD is going to be your navigation thing.
Right.
So this little D button, you probably haven't touched much of this stuff. So this is direct. If you hit direct, it'll take you right to wherever you want to go. So hit direct. You'll notice it's highlighted over the waypoint, which is the identifier for the airport.
Yeah.
Currently it's set to Cherokee. Let's set it to KPDK. And then we'll push over to D. Very good. K. Then we can hit enter twice. Direct enter, enter. You probably heard that before.
Oh, direct enter, enter.
Yep. And then that sends you a little magenta line. And right now it defaults to zoom in. For here, once we take off, it'll pull us zoom back out, and then you can follow that magenta line. See this magenta line right here?
Yeah.
See that magenta line right
Yeah.
there? If you point the aircraft in that same way and you keep those lines centered with your grab, it'll take you right to PDK.
Cherokee traffic, Skycatcher 5204 uniform, departing runway 5, close with traffic, Cherokee.
I forgot to tell you that too. We're going to make a right turn out. That's fine. Nobody else is here. Let's go mixture rich and pull the parking brake off.
Okay. Mixture rich.
At uncontrolled airport, advisors actually aren't required. It's just advised.
It's just nice.
It's very easy to do.
Yes.
So we're going to take off. We're going to make a right turn, a right crosswind departure to southeast.
Okay.
You don't have to tell them that.
That's right.
But next time I'll make sure I remind you.
Of what we're actually going to do.
Right.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
All right. Clear on the arrival, clear on the departure. Lights, let's turn our strobes and our landing lights on. Very good. Mixtures are already rich. Line it up on the center line. It is going to want to go left, so let me show you right here. Let's leave it like this. Go full throttle and then give it a little right rudder. No brakes.
All right.
See how we get a little more rudder authority without the brakes? So
yeah.
No brakes, just as you give it full power. The heels on the floor, right rudder, line back on the center line. Very good. Airspeed's alive. Gauges are in the green. Keep that right hand on the throttle. Just be ready for anything that happens. All right, 50. There we slowly start to pull the nose up. Very good. As you got slow there, I saw you wanted to push the nose down. Awesome reaction.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm going to zoom us in here with our range. This thing likes to do its own little thing. Alrighty. Alright, about 1,900
Cherokee
feet.
traffic, 500 Bravo Sierra crossing 523 Cherokee.
About 1,900 feet, I want you to turn right, and I want you to point that little diamond on your HSI towards the arrow of the purple line, telling you which way PDK is.
Got it.
Alright. Alright, let's go right turn over to, I think that'll be a heading of about 170. A little easy on that back pressure. That's how you get to
rising
take off departure stall. Always start with the bank first and then kind of adjust the back pressure as needed. But
yeah,
if we're climbing, see, we're going to continue climbing. That was good. You climbed it. You're still climbing at the airspeed right as you turn. You can see you can do both if you kind of just try to not think about it too much.
Gotcha.
Alright, there we go. See that purple diamond next to the white diamond?
Yeah.
So the purple diamond next to the white diamond is where the plane's actually going, and it's accounting for wind drift. Remember I told you the wind's coming from this direction?
Yeah.
It's blowing us like this. So
I see.
Our nose is pointed here, but we're actually going like this.
So this, yeah.
So when you want to cruise at 2,400 feet, to get it cruised out at 2,400 feet, we'll talk more about that on the way back to PDK.
All right.
And I'll show you also how to direct this. See how like we set it over here initially, now we're like off course basically?
Yeah.
So once you get cruised out and you're set up here, 2,400 feet, 2,400 RPM.
Yeah, we're looking all right.
Trim it nice and comfortable for you. All right, hit direct again.
Cool, all right.
And then enter. So this is just called resetting your direct enter. I don't know if it worked again. You try it again? Oh, there we go.
Yep.
All right, see how it lined back up?
Yeah.
Now line up that purple diamond of your HSI with our purple magenta line right here. Let's not climb too much. Let's push that nose forward as a bank. Very good. You might be a fighter pilot at heart, dude, because the way you turn a fighter jet is by initiating the bank and then turning it with the elevator. Let's pull that power back. See, as we get a little updraft here, sometimes it'll be wanting to pick us up and we'll get all this airspeed.
Yeah, I was wondering why they,
Let's pull the nose, power back out here. As we push the nose down, our RPM's gonna climb. Should I keep that right at 2400? Very good. Yeah, so sometimes you'll get these updrafts and downdrafts, and the updraft pushes you up, and the nose has to be pushed down to maintain the altitude. And you'll be maintaining altitude, gaining airspeed just by doing this.
That's crazy.
Because of the relative wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, science is crazy. All right, let's go back up to 2,400 feet. We're pushing those down just a little too much.
Yeah.
That's all right. We can add power as you climb back up. See how as we push the nose back up to wherever we were. We do have a flock of birds over
Oh
here.
boy, yeah, we
That's
do.
Okay, just keep flying straight and you can kind of watch them. All right, where are you gonna go? It's almost like if you zig, they zag, and you hit each other.
Right.
If you don't do anything and you just
They'll
watch
just get out of your way.
Yeah, but if they start making, if it looks like you're not gonna hit, and then they react,
Oh boy, yeah.
like abruptly, then you might want to think about evasive action.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing's usually going to happen. Sometimes they can break the windshield. If it hits the prop, you'll get a drop in RPM, but it probably won't kill the engine. But it depends on how big the bird is. So far, doing great, dude. Like, you're a great first student, man. I've actually yesterday was my first flight with someone who's a student pilot.
Oh yeah?
Like a student pilot, right?
Yeah.
I've trained commercial students, instrument students. Never had to actually teach someone how to fly for the first time. And you're making it easy.
Well, great.
You're making it look easy. All right, so say we're lined up. We got them both pretty lined up, and nothing's really happening with the HSI. Good. Keeping it right at 2,400. How would you tell? Something on here tells you how far from PDK you are? Do you see it on your screen?
Right there.
Yeah, distance to wherever you said direct to. So 21.5 miles. Usually around 20 miles when I'll try to get to ATIS, because sometimes you can get it to like 50 miles out sometimes if you're at a certain altitude. But
yeah.
Out here at this altitude, about 15, 20 miles, we can get to ATIS. And about 10 miles out, then we'll call them and say, hey, we're coming in, we want to land.
Yeah.
So let's do a quick little cruise checklist. Let's lean the mixture. Let's turn the lights off that we don't need. So we'll leave the strobes on. We'll turn the navs and the landing lights on. There we go. Lean the mixture about a couple, finger or so. That looks good to me. All that's well and dandy. If you wanted to, you pull out your checklist. Right now, we don't really need to. We got 28.4 in here. If you wanted to look this up, so we got direct to the airport here.
Yeah.
See, this down here is map. That's what we're looking at to kind of gauge where we're going.
All right.
See waypoint next year. Take this little scroller, and you do it. You just scroll that little knob one click to the right.
Yeah.
And it takes you to your waypoint information. It tells you everything you need to know about PDK. It tells you everything. And it's got all your frequencies right here. So ATIS is 28.4. You've got that dialed in there. So why don't you flop it over, and we'll see if we can listen to it.
Good.
While we're
Runway 21 left, 21 right.
All right, so while we're doing this and we're trying to pick it up, the frequency's still a little scattered, so let's plug in tower. What's tower on here? I know it says 2, but what's the top one say?
120.9.
Very good, let's dial that in.
Alpha, Bravo, and taxiway Delta close.
Pro tip, you can go backwards too. If you're at 0, you can go to scroll left.
Yeah. Caution for drop.
Very good. All right, how far are we from PDK right now?
About 13 miles.
Very good. All right, at 10 miles, I want you to call them up when you get some free frequency time, and I want you to say, Peachtree Tower, Skycatcher 5204, uniform, 10 Northwest, Romeo, full stop.
Got it. Okay.
If you say it just like that, you will be by far the best
Bravo,
student
right
pilot
there,
in the planet
Charlie,
on your third flight.
And contact ground.
But so far, you've been very impressive with everything. Calls, landings. I know you got nerves, but it's literally your third flight, and the first time anyone's actually giving you free reign to fly the aircraft.
That's bizarre, yeah.
Another tip for coming into PDK, the northwest area is the practice area. So when I sign you up for solo, I'm going to send you back up to an area between Cherokee, Gainesville, and no more than 25 nautical miles, right?
Right.
When you come back into PDK, best thing to do is to avoid being in the departure or arrival corridor for IFR traffic, is used to be on this side of, was it 400 right here?
Yeah.
We can't quite see with our eyes just yet, but we're inbound on a very good little track, and I think that's it right up here. Yeah, we're going to intercept it here in a little bit. But right about where 400 meets North Point Mall, which is just off of your left wing over there. See North Point Mall?
Yeah.
That is a VFR checkpoint. You can call them, and instead of saying 10 Northwest, you can say
North Point Mall?
North Point Mall.
Oh, okay, cool.
And they know exactly where you are. There's also one in Stone Mountain. There's one over Buckhead, a couple other places. We'll look at VFR sectionals after a while.
Yeah.
But for now, let's say 10 Northwest, we get in the habit of doing that.
Good afternoon, Peachtree Tower, November 704, big uniform.
I'll call him when I get
up to the northwest.
Yeah, once we get a little break, he's done with talking to someone else. He's going to tell you he's going to tell you to ident. There's a little button right here. See ident in the middle?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's going to tell you to ident, and you don't have to say anything, just ident it. And he might tell you to enter a left downwind for 3 left, or a right base, or straight in for 2 and right. And all you have to say is straight in, 2 and right.
Right, just do the read back.
Yep. All right, tell him where far you are and what you got.
Okay.
What we're going to do.
Peachtree Tower, Skycatcher 5204, uniform 10 northwest, Romeo, full stop.
Beautiful.
Number 5204, uniform Peachtree Tower, ident. November 5 Golf.
Don't say anything, just hit the button.
Over departure, have a great day, go from you.
Very good. See how it says ident means you activated it?
November 04, uniform, ident, sir, make it straight in for runway 21 right.
So straight in, 2 and right.
So that's straight in, 21 right, Skycatcher 04, uniform.
November 704,
Beautiful.
uniform Peachtree Tower.
Awesome, dude.
It's
fun.
Fly to the King and Queen.
Oh, you're making this all so much fun for me, man.
Right, report over the King.
Dude, I have a guy who's like 40-hour private pilot, and he's 18. He did really well.
Wow, yeah.
Flies the aircraft great, but he hasn't done any towered stuff. But you haven't either. You haven't done uncontrolled or towered, and you're killing it.
Following current track.
I mean, this took me like a while to do, and you're killing it like your first flight.
Holding short runway 21 right.
All right, so straight in for 2 and right. So straight in, uncontrolled towered airport is about 3 mile final.
Okay.
Now you see the airport?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the airport. We don't want to head straight for it. We're going to head for a 3 mile final.
Okay.
And at PDK, we can't quite see it that great yet. But you see those buildings out here to the left of PDK? That field is PDK. To the left there,
Yeah.
some buildings. I think that if that's what I'm looking for is, yeah, it is. It's a little construction war zone. It looks like Mad Max film zone. Head for that.
Okay.
And as you head there, you'll get to be about 3 miles out, and you can turn final
Okay.
for 2 and right. Alrighty, let's keep it about 2,000 feet out here. We start slowly pulling the power back to about 1800 as we get a little bit closer over those buildings.
Can I just sort of gently just kind of scooch it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a perfect,
A perfect big parabola
fighter
thing.
pilot turn. You just kind of slowly get it over.
04 uniform, runway 21 right, clear to land.
All right, so 2 and right that way.
21 right, clear to land, Skycatcher 04 uniform. Right, clear to land, thank you.
Hang on, that guy.
Yeah, what was that about?
703, Charlie Alpha, Peachtree
Somebody else
Tower,
jumped on you.
make a straight in for runway 21 right.
Victor uniform jumped on us.
Straight in, 21 right, 703, Charlie Alpha. No, 2580 Bravo, no delay on the roll, runway 21 right, clear for takeoff, and a right closed pattern, traffic mile and a half on. No delay,
All right. I want you to confirm when he's done. Say, Peachtree Tower, Skycatcher 5204 uniform, confirm clear to land.
89 Romeo for change through to the east. Frequency change approved, 5589 Romeo, thanks for your help. Peachtree Tower, Skycatcher 5204, confirm runway 21 right, clear to land. Uniform runway 21 right, clear to land. Appreciate you, 04 uniform.
See those 2 red lights? Yeah. To the runway? It means they're a little low. Let's just maintain our altitude. We don't have to climb.
Yeah.
And now they go back to 1 white.
Oh yeah, I just learned about those.
Very good. Yeah, those are pappies, bazzies, whatever they call it. They
Yeah.
all change. So we want to keep 1 red, 1 white. We want to come in about 75 knots. Let's go ahead and add a notch of flaps.
Left downwind, just
All right, very good.
repeat my
Trimming
plan,
as needed, so keep your thumb kind of in this little area right here.
November 3
can adjust the trim as
uniform, runway
needed.
21 left, you clear to land. Roger, 21 left, clear to land.
All right, let's pull the power back a little bit. Second notch of flaps. All right, very good.
That nose down.
All right, let's grab that last notch of flaps. Wind is coming from your left. See the blimp there? Wind's
Yep.
coming exactly where that blimp's pointing. All right, so right rudder, pull the power just a little bit. Back over to the runway to the right.
Yep.
Aileron to the right. Very good. Nice and gentle, point it down to the runway, keep that relative wind, just kind of push it down the runway, and then we'll start to pull back as we get close down the runway. A little bit of right rudder push down, get a little closer to the runway, a little closer to the runway, a little closer to the runway. All right, start pulling back just ever so gently. A little side load, that's okay. Awesome, dude. Woo!
Right Foxtrot, ground point 6, package 04, uniform. Peachtree ground, package 5204 uniform, clear Foxtrot, taxi base of tower.
November 5204 uniform, Peachtree ground, taxi to parking via Alpha Bravo.
Alpha Bravo.
Taxi via Alpha Bravo, package 5204 uniform.
Sweet. Oh, let's go.
Jet 379, information Romeo's current.
Nice job, dude.
Yeah, they're not. The altimeter's 2988 and the winds are 11087.
That was good, dude. You did great.
Ooh.
I'm proud of you. That was
Thank you.
That was a really cool student pilot experience for me. So, yeah, man, I think you're gonna blaze through this stuff. It sounds like you do your homework too.